Shalom. First off, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakodash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that rule well and teach well. And salutations to all the Akim that's pushing this truth in all honesty and sincerity across the four corners of earth. All right, Lord willing, this be an edifying video. All right, so I'm me speaking on this thing called Black Dandyism. All right, and I recently found out about this term, all right, because of the Met Gala. That was the wear of fashion for this year's Met Gala, and it was based around so-called African Americans. All right, so there's something that they brought back in the history. All right, and it's kind of ironic that this old way of fashion that our people adopted is coming back around, all right, through the Met Gala. And you had that movie Sinners, all right, it took back in the 1930s or something like that. So I just want to speak on this Black Dandyism. It says slaves to fashion, Black Dandyism and styling of Black diasporic identity. So Jake trying to find an identity amongst their oppressor, man. That's all this is, man. Jake took the dress wear of the Europeans of Esau, all right, and made that style into their own, cultivated, all right, for a style of their own. All right, ultimately, the way I see it is a form of them trying to find a way of acceptance or subconscious way of saying that, oh, we belong, all right, something like that. All right. So let's read it here. It says Black Dandyism is a cultural movement and fashion style in which Black people use clothing and personal style, specifically the historically European sensibility of the dandy as a form of self-expression and a way to address societal limitations. See, they felt limited in society, so they thought if they dressed up to par or dress fashionably, they'll basically conquer them limitations. All right, beginning in the late 19th century and early 20th century, after emancipation, with much traction, especially gained during the Harlem Renaissance. That was a big time period. Jake was on the up and coming, so-called, during the Harlem Renaissance. All right. Jake so-called found themselves within society, in way of fashion, all right, in business and all these different things. Almost like an establishment of them setting up Black Wall Street, different Black towns, So it was chosen as Met Gala's theme for 2025, see? All right, and I got a couple scriptures here. Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 14. Is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled? All right, from us being in here for a long period of time, all right, or the time that we've been here, which really was a short while, all right, we end up getting comfortable. We end up becoming a homeborn slave, all right? Speaking to our people as a whole, all right? As a whole, Jake, the majority of Jake, because more 2/3 than 1/3, it's more that's going to be destroyed than delivered, all right? So the majority of Israelites are servants, man. They want to please and serve their master Esau. Be like, oh, look at me, I'm a good boy. All right, being a homeborn slave. Why is he spoiled, man? They spoiled, man. That's why they don't want to get right and get up out of here, man. They think this the end all be all. They think, oh, if they be accepted by Esau, they made it. All right. So they're gonna be sadly mistaken in these last days, man. All right. So they took on the enemy's fashion, clothing sense, and all these different things. And they wear them clothing with pride, man, as if they doing something, man. All right, but they're not thinking of the Lord, the Heavenly Father and the Son. They don't know the names. They don't know the law, statutes, commandments. Basically, we just keeping the law, statutes, commandments right now to the best of our ability. All right, we can't be perfect in the law, but it's best to know them so you can strive to refrain from going off of the laws, statutes, commandments. All right, but this is of the spirit. This is of faith. This is of the spirit, man. All right, you know, you called in this thing by the way of the spirit. All right, this ain't a skin color thing, man. All right, our spirit bear witness, you know, that we are Israelites, man, by the way of the scriptures. All right. So this Romans chapter 11, verse 7. It says, "What then? Israel have not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election have attained it, and the rest were blinded." So Israel, the majority of Israel, have not attained what they seek for, and then they look for all these things. They had the Black Party movement, or the Black Panther movement, Slakia, Black Panther movement, or these different movements, man. All right, in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. They had all these different things, man, but it came to no avail. All right, they had Dr. Martin Luther King, all right, Malcolm X, all these different people, but they still didn't make no progress, man. All right, Ezekiel, what, the 37th chapter? All right, we in the valley of dry bones, man. They looking for a way out, or looking for answers, or looking for salvation. But hey, Yahweh Shai is gonna come and save us, man. All right. These people that get raised up, man, they ain't gonna lead you the right path. Look what Dr. Martin Luther King did. All right, he led you people to a burning building, man. But we know through the Spirit he had to spearhead the integration thing for us to be integrated, because that's how we're able to preach this truth, this doctrine. All right, the truth, the 100% truth on the byways and the highways without getting jacked up. So certain things had to play out through the Spirit, man. All right, so we understand why he was set up to do what he had to do. All right, so we can be able to push this ministry without no interruptions until Jacob trouble, until the family of the word come. All right, so Israel have not attained what they seek for. So, you know, they seeking for salvation ultimately in the spirit, but they haven't found it. But the elect found salvation by the way of the scriptures. The election have attained it. And the rest of the 2/3 are blinded, so like it. Verse 8, so I can finish it. All right, because 7 and 8 basically go together. It says, "According as it is written, Yahweh have given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear until this day." So until this very day, all through history. All right. Since the inception of us coming up here to Babylon the Great, all right, when it became Babylon the Great, all the way before its inception, you know, through the Spirit, we know of the Heavenly Father, but majority of our people lost their way. All right, so the Lord made it to where y'all had a spirit of slumber and y'all can't see or hear, man. The Lord wants y'all in that spirit, man, because 2/3 got to get judged, man. All right, the 2/3 of our people on this land, Babylon, America, gonna have to get judged. All right, because they keep doing things, repackaging them, trying to be accepted by the oppressor, man. But soon, man, this gonna come to an end, man. We about at our wits' end with this, man. All right, pressure make a wise man mad. You really see what's going on. You want to be trying to fit in with the enemy, man. All right, but everything gonna come to a fold sooner or later. All right, but that's all I want to get. Lord willing is edifying. And with that being said, shalom.